This is a tutorial on how to use the Mōdere Hub. Mōdere, the company, have a website called Shifting Retail, which has a lot of resources to support you in both building a business and understanding their products. This site here is something that's created by Jay Garland to take your knowledge and understanding of the business and the products and their ingredients to another level. So it's not for everyone. It's available if you choose to use it. You need to, when you get your invitation to join the Mōdere Hub, download the Brain software to your computer. Now, it's best to do this initially on your computer rather than your phone. And when it's downloaded, it will look something like this. And the Start Here button is this introductory tutorial. And for example, if you want to get started with your Mōdere business, you click on the Getting Started thought, and you will have a sequence of steps to follow. So we would start with Find Your Passion. We click on that, and there are 3 different optional pathways that you can go down. There's an audio here by Dr. Dale Gerke, some information on the Japanese concept of Ikigai, and an audio by Simon Sinek. So if we click on that, that will start a YouTube video with him giving an 18-minute lecture. Now I'll go back, so I click on this sort up here, but before I do that, let's look at the structure. Each button here is called a thought, and it has a parent thought which feeds into it. And each thought has children thoughts, which basically flow on from that thought. You'll also see thoughts over on the left, which are called jump thoughts. So they're not really in the hierarchy, though they're a related concept, so they sit over to the side. And on the right-hand side, you will see thoughts that share a parent with a current thought. So you don't need to understand that all at once. That's just an overview of how it works. And we're going to hit the home button up here to take you back to this here. And you'll see on the right down here, there's a small black arrow. You click on this and now you have access to all of these notes. It's a little bit tricky to navigate using that black arrow. So there's an easier way to do that. So it's in the preferences, you go options, preferences, and under behavior, we click on this button here or check this box that says maximize the plex. Plex means background, on double click. So when we check this and close it, now when we double click this background, it will collapse the notes. Double clicking again opens the notes. Likewise, double clicking on the blank area in the notes will maximize the notes. Double clicking on the blank area in the notes will bring it back to there. So some things will have notes, and you can tell they've got a note because there's a little yellow note icon there. We hover over the note, you can see the note. So I'm going to get rid of the notes there. And you can also search for something. So if I wanted to type in here XENO for xenoestrogens, I can see articles on xenoestrogens, and there's a few of them here. I'm going to pick one, and this one here has over on the left some things which are related to xenoestrogens, and underneath them, these child thoughts here are things that directly flow from that concept of xenoestrogens. So if I want to look at what are xenoestrogens, I click this button here, and there's a few articles. This will open a YouTube video. This will open a website link. There are commonly pinned concepts up here. So if you're enrolling a social marketer, you can click on here and find out what the steps are. If you're enrolling a customer, you can click on here and find out how to enroll a customer. If you click on markets, you'll see what's available in different countries. Down the bottom here, you have an index of where you've been last. So they're work like little bookmarks. And this key concepts button here gives you a link to important thoughts within the site. For example, the difference between passive versus active income is on the passive versus active income thought. And we can see there's some notes there as well, which we can read. There's Mōdere Voice, the ingredients of Mōdere Voice. So we click into that. And these are some different products or ingredients of Mōdere Voice. So they don't use, for example, triclosan. And there's some articles that explain about that ingredient. There's also a tab up here called ingredients, or a pin, should I say, and that lists different ingredients that are used within the Mōdere product. So if you wanted to learn about, for example, liquid biocell, which is made up of collagen, I'm just going to click on the collagen one down here. We can look at collagen and see some different articles about collagen. And this one here, you'll see there's a dot to the left and a dot underneath. So that means the dot to the left means there's jump thoughts with this thought. And there's children thoughts here, which means if I click there, there'll be more things to explore, both to the left and underneath. So that's pretty much how it works. If you haven't logged onto this for a while, there is a history button here. You click on that and it shows you where, what has been added recently or what has been updated recently. So if you want to see what changes that's been made, that's the way to do that. Now, if you do decide to use this on your phone, it will look very different. There will be, when you have it on your phone, there will be a paperclip icon, which will access any of the attachments related to a thought. You click on that and select what attachment you want to open. When you click on the notepad, it will show you any notes. When you click on the push pin, it will show you these list of pins that are up here across the top. So it's a very different feel using it on the phone, and it's not intuitive when you use it on the phone. If you use it a little on the desktop first, then the transition to using it on the phone becomes more a resource to access when you're out and about. So thank you for your time and attention, and reach out if you have any questions.